Good yawn. Yeah. Up. Up. Come on. Up. Come
Victoria's trying to summon a cat.
on. Up. Come on. Come on. Come on, Derek. Up.
He's not having it.
No, he is. Like, he's like getting... Derek. Come here, bud. Oh, okay. Oops. I'm sorry. There's a cat, and I love him. Okay. Oh. All right.
Are we ready to begin?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. We're good.
All right.
All right.
Can I do the intro?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, cool. I just feel like it'll get me, like,
Get you
into
hyped.
it, you know?
Get you hard.
I mean,
Ready?
hold on. Gotta get hype. Gotta get hype. Gotta get hype. Gotta get hype. Hey, hype me up. Do something, like, get me excited. Like, say, be my hype man. All right, don't be my hype man. All right, we're rolling, right? Let's go. All right. I'm hype.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Normal People Record Club podcast. My name is Victoria Bosworth. All my social medias will be right here. Twitter, Instagram, @GeneralVibus. This is Quinn Decker. Say hello.
Were you talking to me or the audience?
Both. Audience,
Also,
Quinn, meet each other.
Social media, right in my crotch, probably.
No, gross.
There's Twitter in there.
Yeah, ew, gross.
Anyway, so welcome back. We
Episode 2.
It's episode 2. We're talking about Pure Comedy by Father John Misty,
By Farmer John Misery.
Feather Jam Ministry,
Fava Bean Pepsi.
Papa John Lunch Meat. All right,
Yeah!
let's do this.
Let's get into it.
With
Quinn, do you like this album?
yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, do you like it?
How did it make you feel?
Pretty good. Actually,
Really?
not really
no,
at all.
it didn't make me feel good.
Yeah,
It made me feel a lot of things, and I wouldn't say that good would be one of the words that I would use to describe.
We're trying to be happy right now because this album's depressing as fuck.
I had to get really hyped before this. I had to sit here and like yell at myself because this album has a lot of bummers in it, but it's beautiful. It's in my opinion, beautifully. The music is like pristine. It's so good.
It sounds really good too.
Yeah,
like the recording
that's
quality.
what I mean. Like it sounds amazing.
Fucking amazing. Also done pretty much. I've read somewhere that most of the songs. I mean, the songs with like a full band, obviously, like two wildly different perspectives. There's obviously some like dubbing in and shit like that. But most of these songs, like especially the full band ones, like, you know, Total Entertainment Forever,
those horns,
and
the strings,
and like Ballad of the Dying Man were done mostly live, like everyone playing at the same time in one take.
Yeah,
like just stellar musicianship and recording
much
and
good
everything.
talent.
All that to say, I mean, we said it was kind of a bummer. It doesn't really bum me out so much as it is.
Certain songs kind of will sometimes. Like, the first time, maybe not the first time I listened to it, but I think one of the times that I was listening to things that would have been helpful to know before the revolution. Nice, wordy mouthful of a title, by the way.
Take him back to his roots?
Yeah,
He was actually in Panic at the Disco. I don't know if you knew that.
I hate them for like a second. I was like, what? Because I remember because the first time I didn't know that he had been in Fleet Foxes when I first listened to him. So when someone was like, "Oh, he used to be in Fleet Foxes," I was like, "No, he wasn't."
She means someone. She means me.
Yeah, I think was it you?
Yeah, because
okay.
it
might have been Nick. Who knows?
I'm an encyclopedia of worthless knowledge.
It's not worthless knowledge. It's musical knowledge, which is dope. Beside the point, though, the first time that I listened to not the first time I listened to it. Again, I was in the car, and I think I was driving over here, and I was listening to things that would have been helpful to know before the revolution, and I started crying. Because not weeping, I just like shed a tear. Like it just like got me really like sad and kind of stressed out, and like because one of the overarching themes of this album is a lot of like pre/post-apocalyptic kind of imagery, like a lot of like talking about like things that would have been helpful to know before the revolution is a post-apocalyptic song. It's like set in a city and it's desolate, like there's nobody there, it's quiet, like commerce has shut down, so like there's no business, there's no industry, like there's no government, so it sounds very like it's just a lot, and the lyrics are very depressing. That's, I think, probably like the saddest song on the album.
I mean,
it's kind of funny
you
though.
you can look at it as like it'll, I mean, your reaction to it is going to be whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
But I kind of saw it in this other, like I was initially like, it made me sad, it made me like I was like, oh wow, this is depressing as fuck.
Yeah.
But then
I mean, that's just one of the times I listened to it though. Like I've listened to it other times and been like, oh, this is funny, or like,
you get a little bit different, a different kind of way to look at it is a lot like you would listen to like George Carlin's stand-up or something, where like he kind of plays the role of I guess the way George Carlin would put it would be like when you're born you get a ticket to the freak show, and when you were born in America you get a front row seat. Like he's just here to watch it kind of like go down and provide some commentary and just give it a little bit of,
I mean, that's exactly what Mr. Tillman does.
That's what I mean. It is like he's sitting there having a grand old time just watching this shit go down. And
I mean,
when
in
you
that
look
song,
at it,
he's strolling around and he's like strolling through the city, and he's like, "Oh, it's such a perfect afternoon. Like it's so great. Like he's like, sometimes I get kind of like resentful at the lack of convenience nowadays, but we're all still pretty good at eating on the run, and like there's
shouts out Carl's Jr.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that's a reference to.
Fast food, because it's like we're good at eating on the run.
I just wasn't sure if that was like if like Carl's Jr. was like a.
No, it's not a specific. He doesn't like name drop like fuck you Hardee's like.
I'm sure somebody's done that though.
Probably.
At some point. People get really mad at businesses.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another time. All right. Well, we're kind of not really like.
We're not going in order at this point.
We're not going in order. We were gonna go in order, but then we got ahead of ourselves. It's fine.
Flaming train wreck.
What would you say? What's your favorite song on the album?
I would either. Can I pick 3?
Sure.
I like this one a lot.
And can you put them in order?
No.
Like top 1. No, you
top
can't pick
3.
a favorite.
Top 3.
Wow.
It's a tie between A Bigger Paper Bag.
I knew I was gonna say that.
Total Entertainment Forever. Mostly because of the opening line. That like Betty Taylor Swift.
The Taylor Swift
every night inside the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's a good line.
It's a great use of like Swift and Rift rhyme. Great. Like
you're never
but
gonna.
Also so good because it jam-packed so many pop culture references into one sentence.
Like I'm pretty sure he had.
There was the Kanye
I was gonna say.
thing. Yeah, he said the having sex with Taylor Swift is a Kanye reference, right? Having sex in the Oculus Rift is just a reference to like VR porn becoming a thing, and then it's also just a reference to like being like just attached to your phone and like obsessed with virtual reality and stuff like that. I really, really like that song a lot.
Yeah. And then there's Ballad of the Dying Man, which is another
your
one of my
third
favorite. Yeah. Because
but not in order.
Not in order, but like I relate to that song because sometimes I feel like that guy.
Well, yeah, I mean that song is kind of about him.
Well, yeah,
Like,
I get that, but like I feel like I'm that guy sometimes because I'm now on a show where I talk about music.
Yeah, and Ballad of the Dying Man is about a dude who basically is on his deathbed.
Criticizing.
Yeah, he's on his deathbed and he's like, dude, when I'm dead, like who's gonna tell everybody that they're wrong? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm gonna be missing so much stuff that I have to critique. Like, oh my god, and like that's all he cares about. And
It even makes him literally like drawing his last breath, pulling out his phone to be like,
dude, hold on, I gotta check my news feed.
What stupid shit am I gonna miss?
Yeah, that's exactly.
And then eye rolls into death.
Into death, yeah. I think my favorite song, Smoochie is a close second because it's good, but I feel like it could have been better. But it's really good, and it has so much potential. Like, I wish it was longer because it's like, it's really sweet, and it's like one of the only songs where I feel like he was kind of shying away from being really like because he kind of like feigns vulnerability on that song because it's all about how it's about like he says well, you know what, let me just go ahead and pull up the lyrics to it right here because I can do that because technology.
Wow.
But it's a really sweet song. Yeah, when my personal demons are screaming and when my door of madness is half open, you stand alongside and say something to the effect that everything will be all right soon. Like, it's clearly like about his wife and like their relationship, and it seems really sweet, and I wish he had like wrote more, but because there's like 3 more lines after that, and it's a really short song. But I think it's really like cute and nice, and he doesn't write a lot of those. He writes some of them, but that's one of the only ones where it's not also like.
Also, by the way, we're all gonna die.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
exactly.
it kind of is actually, because the whole thing is like, hey, we're gonna die. Oh my god! And then his wife comes in, and she's like, no,
everything's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. That's not what his wife sounded. I don't know why I did that.
Oh my god, that voice was so scary. No, don't do that. No. Stop. All right.
I will say one thing about that song though is like I don't know what it is about 2016 and 2017 and down-pitched vocals.
Yeah.
But something in the last 2 years, I don't know if he's sorry. Excuse me.
That was so funny.
Shouts out to podcast format. One take. Let's keep it rolling.
He burped. It was so funny. Did you guys see that? He burped. It was really good.
Thanks for pointing out. There's a camera.
It's funny. It was funny.
For those of you just listening to the audio version, I burped. Anyway.
I don't think anybody's listening to the just audio version of this at this point, because this is only our second episode.
I don't even think I did an audio only version
yeah,
of the first one.
Exactly.
I'm going to do it for this one now. I'm locked in. I'm stuck. Yeah. We have to. Okay, anyway, that all being said, down-pitched vocals on Smoochie. I'm not quite sure if it was like him trying to like, okay, this is something that's just happening now. Let me put that where I can. Let me put that on my Lovey song.
Yeah.
But he didn't release it as a single, so that can't be what's going on. And I don't think he would do something like that. But like, still, it's just kind of weird that it's like, okay, let me take this trend from the last couple of years and just kind of like toss it in here at the last minute. Like, let me just like scoop it right into the back end of this record.
Oh my god.
You know, don't like my.
I really don't like it.
Scoop.
Stop. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, let's go over some more of the tracks on this album because we haven't really covered a whole lot.
Yeah.
Pure Comedy, title track, and the first track on the album. Great song. Great moves. Keep it up. Proud of you, Father John Misty. It is basically a story about like the history of man, essentially, and how the problems that we've had like throughout the entire existence of the human race are the same ones that we've been having forever. We still haven't figured it out.
Shit just doesn't change. It's just we start bad.
Yeah.
And then our parents aren't equipped to teach us.
Yeah.
And so it just keeps on keeping on. Like that's pretty much the premise of that song. And then as a whole, this whole album is kind of like that. It's just
and it's written from the perspective of like it's again one of those like he's being the sort of he's commentating on what's happening, like he's not participating in it. He's kind of like I was listening to it one time while I was like biking or something, and I was thinking like wouldn't it be funny if this song was from the perspective of like an alien, like someone on another planet.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like it is.
You know, because you've seen those like memes or whatever where it's like aliens and they're looking down at Earth and they're like, oh, dude, these people suck. Like, you know, like let's get out of here. Like it kind of feels like that because he's asking all these questions like who are these goons they elected to rule them? Like, he's just like, what's the deal? Like, why is this it's clearly not working? Why don't they do something else? And that's the comedy of man, is that like we've been doing this forever and we still haven't gotten it right.
Yeah, and then the line right after that kind of plays into another big theme on this album, and it's the what makes these clowns they idolize so remarkable. It's later on the album on like songs like Leaving LA. And I think he does like a little bit on like I'm growing old on Magic Mountain. It's this sort of like taking a look at like fame and the culture surrounding the idolization of celebrity and that whole thing, and just pointing at that like, why the fuck do we do this?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It's
like,
a little
logically, it's like why?
It's like why pick these people? Why do these people have like a voice?
Yeah, why do we care so much about these people who like don't really seem to have any
like they're just people
talent? Yeah, they're just people.
Yeah,
I mean even talented people. Like why do we care so much about other people? And like why do we just like keep distracting ourselves with like pointless stuff? You know what I mean? Like the whole like they're totally obsessed with risen zombies, celestial virgins, magic tricks. Like he's just kind of asking like, what is the point? Like, why do you care so much about these like stories? You know what I mean? It's just like it's his take. It's his take on religion.
Yeah, that's another just big theme. He goes after literally everything on this record. So if there's something you like, prepare for it to get
he's gonna
shat on, just shat upon from the heavens.
But I mean, he does it to himself too. So it's kind of okay.
Everything like he shits on everything.
He's an artist and a writer and
he shits
a
on himself,
and that's what you're supposed to do when you're an artist and a writer like that. No one wants to hear
you talk about how great everything is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucking lame.
And
dude.
I mean, like the point of musicians like Father John Misty is like to point out the problems.
He's kind of like this acoustic guitar wielding bullshit detector that everyone just kind of
like somebody else, maybe like a Bob Dylan.
Yeah, kind of
a little bit.
Like,
not in sound.
No. Just
in writing. Like I think,
but like you can't say like you can't look at a singer-songwriter kind of guy and say that they weren't influenced by Bob Dylan.
That's true. True. I just mean in his like political social commentary on like the world and being like, oh man, like what's the deal? Why does this suck so much? And like why is everybody so dumb? But because that's the vibe that you get from a lot of Dylan stuff.
Yeah,
like-
is a very like he looks at it's almost like a satire in a way.
It is, yeah.
Of just what's going on.
That's
and
I
that
mean,
word
Father
gets
John
thrown
Misty
around
is like
a lot
is like
now.
a lot heavier on the satire.
Yeah. Like when we say satire, we're fully aware of the meme of satire, which is, just the whole like you say something offensive and fucked up and then just go, no, it was
just
satire,
satire.
bro. It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no,
It's
it
just
was
a social experiment.
There's no coffee left in there.
Oh no. R.I.P.
This mug being empty, it's not the happiest place on earth.
Oh no. That was a really bad joke.
That was awful, and I regretted
Yeah.
saying it like halfway through. But
Too bad. Just a podcast.
Too bad. One take. Let's do this.
All right.
I fucking lost my train of thought entirely.
That's okay. It's fine. It's a podcast. It's chill.
Choo choo.
It's chill.
The train of thought is gone. There's a cat
There's
here
a
now.
cat here.
All right, back to
This is deteriorating fast. Let's.
anyway. The meme of satire. It was
Yeah.
that gets thrown around a lot as far as just people saying messed up stuff and just like.
I'm saying, oh no, like if you tell a really bad offensive joke, you can't just be like it was satire if it clearly wasn't.
Yeah, and knowing that sort of what's going on there, this actually is satire.
Yeah.
Like
There are a lot of people, I think, these days, though, that aren't quite aware of the nuances between, like, satire and other comedy. Because there's,
yeah.
like, Father John Misty a lot of times is, like, just, like, making a meme out of himself.
I mean,
And it's hard to, like...
have you seen his
some
Twitter?
Some people take him really seriously, though.
Yeah,
Some
and
people
he
don't
talks about that later on leaving LA,
Yeah,
where it's
it
like
freaks me out.
he's like, please, I'm just a guy.
Yeah.
I'm not any sort of like.
Leaving LA is a bitter song.
Yeah,
It is
let's just get into that one real quick.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Because it's this.
I'll pull up the lyrics.
Yeah, if you haven't heard it, it's this like 13. It's like what 11 or 13 minutes.
I think it's 13.
It's like this 13-minute just diatribe in the middle of the album where the instrumentation barely gets above. I think it's just an acoustic guitar, and then like halfway through some strings kind of come in, but that's like it. Like there's nothing going on. It's just him and his guitar and vocals, and it's just this bitter takedown of like the media and the music industry and
LA
art
as a whole.
and LA and people
Yeah.
and social justice warriors
Yeah.
and himself.
Yeah, let me there's
You didn't do the line about Myra?
no.
Oh.
No, keep talking.
So there's a line in there where he's
Oh, no, I found it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Mara taunts beneath the tree. She's like, oh, great. That's just what we all need. Another white guy in 2017 who takes himself so goddamn seriously. And that's like literally who he is. He's a white guy in 2017 who takes himself entirely too seriously.
but he doesn't.
But he doesn't take himself seriously
Like
at all.
check out his Twitter feed. Dude does not take himself
Twitter, his Instagram, he's amazing. Like his Snapchat is very funny. He rarely uses it. He uses it literally like once a year.
Mm-hmm.
But when he does, it's really funny and
My
great.
voice just cracked.
But yeah, he was kind of in the news a little bit when I think he was accused of like stealing a rose quartz crystal, or I think he did. He stole a rose quartz crystal from like some really bougie shop in LA.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh my God, like our stone was stolen. Like, and rose quartz is not that expensive. So if they were selling it for like something ridiculous, like you can get a decent chunk of rose quartz for like $5. but that doesn't matter at all for this.
Stones with Vebus.
Yeah.
This is now a Stone podcast.
Yep.
We talk about all the latest and
Gemstones.
greatest gemstones.
Yes, we do. Anyways, he stole a rose quartz from some sort of shop in LA, and it was like a whole thing, and they were like, oh my god, like our crystal was on so bad. And then he just got on Twitter and was basically like, really, like, it's a crystal, like, it's a rock, who cares? And he wrote, like, I don't know how long it was, but it was an essay on Instagram about, like, the whole consumer culture and, like, LA and you know,
Main
hippie
point,
stuff.
the deviant
He hates everything.
asshole stole a crystal
Oh,
and needs to
yeah.
be put in prison.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God.
We don't condone theft on this show.
No, we don't. Absolutely not.
That being said, the rest of, leaving LA, there's a part later on which kind of ties into this whole, like, he sees himself more as a writer than as a musician, because there's this part where he's talking about when he was like, what, 8 or 9 or something like that.
Oh, and JCPenney with his
and
mom?
he choked in JCPenney, and his first memory of music is hearing that, quote, that Lies Tell Me Little White Lies song playing through the PA system, and he's like sitting there dying on the floor in a JCPenney.
And that's when I first saw The Comedy Won't Stop for Even Little Boys Dying in the Department Store.
Yeah. So, and that's his first memory of music. So you can kind of think like, yeah, he probably sees himself as a little bit more of a writer than a musician.
Oh, yeah.
And just
Well, I mean, his life is insane and weird, and like he was brought up in a really, really, really religious family.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I mean, if you clearly based on his lyrics and the music that he's written,
he's not a very,
recently,
very religious man.
He's not a fan of religion. So it you can kind of tell, like, he's gone through some stuff.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that. He's gone through
Yeah.
some things.
He's damaged.
And yeah.
He is. He's stressed out. He seems really stressed out.
So
I was a little bit worried that he was having like a mental breakdown when he shaved his beard. I was like, oh no, is he okay? Like, is everything okay? Because he kept the mustache, which is never a good sign.
it's not a good look on anybody. I know,
It's
like,
it's a good look on like 3 people, like Tom Selleck, Bob Weir.
Bob Weir has a full beard though.
I know, but I still think he would look good with just a mustache.
And Frank Zappa.
And Frank Zappa.
I don't know if you can see it. There's a Frank Zappa poster right over there. I don't know if
But
it's
I mean,
in the
he
shot.
has a little goatee.
Yeah, well, sometimes he doesn't have the little flavor saver.
Ew.
They're like, he'll
just call it a soul patch.
Nah, it's a flavor
Ew,
saver.
that's so gross.
Sometimes he's just rocking the walrus.
Yeah.
The walrus.
Which is the coolest
John Lennon.
mustache.
That's who can rock just a mustache.
I guess.
Have you seen?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really think he looked that great. Like,
I mean, it's iconic.
yeah, I guess. Don't think he looked that good though. It might be iconic, but it
Still
wasn't
iconic.
like. It's not like he was like a looker.
Still iconic.
He wasn't really the best looking one in the band.
Still iconic. Still iconic.
Okay, it's still iconic. Sure.
Okay, we have to pause for just a moment. And we back. All right.
All right. We're going to let's
Let's move on to some other stuff.
What's
on
your
this
least
album.
favorite song? Of this
My
album?
least favorite?
What's your least favorite song?
Oh man, I don't know.
Let's talk about let's talk about a bigger paper bag.
I don't
Let's do
have
that.
a least favorite song.
Yeah.
No, I don't have one.
You don't have one that you skip?
No, I like all of them quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that this is my least favorite song, but it's the pretty much the only one that I skip. Sometimes I don't always skip it, but sometimes I skip it. Birdie.
Yeah.
It's just too slow for me to want to listen to it all the time, and it's a little bit like it's not the strongest lyrically, I think, on the album. It's a little vague.
Yeah.
Ish. And
I like what he does on it though, where he talks about like he makes reference to the song, like he understands that he's making like, oh yeah, this is another song about a fucking bird.
Yep.
Like it's just so it highlights his like super self-aware, hypercritical of his own writing sort of style. And that's like partly what I really like about him. So maybe it's more of a personal thing for me, liking that song a whole lot. But
yeah, I just thought it was just like, it felt a little bit like another just song about, what's the world gonna be like one day? Like, oh, I'm dreaming about a better future. Like, kind of a little redundant.
Yeah, I could see how it's a little lacking.
Yeah,
because it doesn't. It's like it's really the last one of those for a while on the album.
Yeah.
Because there's a few, and this song does it the least good.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean,
like
there's
pure
Birdie, and then there's Leaving LA, A Bigger Paper Bag, and then there's When the God of Love Returns, There'll Be Hell to Pay, which is a great song. Another super wordy title, though, which I get it, but...
Did you know he was also in Fall Out Boy?
Oh my God.
Callback.
When you're someone like me and you're reading out song titles, it's a bit of a mouthful. It's kind of annoying. Don't really appreciate it, Josh. Come at me.
Yeah, his stage name is Father John Misty.
His name is Josh.
It's real confusing.
His name is Josh Tillman. Mr. J. Tillman.
Mr. J. Tillman.
All right. Are you feeling a light to decent 9 on this one? Because I'm feeling a light to
Anthony
decent 9 on this
Fantano can rock just the mustache.
Yes!
That's a guy who can do just the mustache. It's the bald head.
Papa bless you, Anthony Fantano. He's never going to see this video, but
he's never going to see this.
I hope he does. I love you.
And if he does, hopefully he doesn't catch on to the trend that we're just reviewing some of the albums he's talked about.
Well, I mean, everybody's reviewed.
Well, yeah.
Everybody's reviewed everything forever. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I'm a nihilist, by the way, if you guys didn't know already. I go from nothing matters, I'm a nihilist, to everything matters so much.
Yeah.
I just go back and forth. It's all about balance, guys. It is. Let's wrap it up. Do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up really quick.
What do you give it? What are you going to give it?
I really don't, I can't rate this one out of 10. I can't
really?
do it. Yeah, because I don't like it less than, it's not an album like Rattlesnake. Or, it's not an album
Rattlesnake?
like Flying Microtonal Banana,
right,
where you can just kind of sit down and listen to it, and then it's just
right.
It's just an album,
Yeah.
It's an adventure.
I know what I'm giving.
And it's not a 10 though either.
It's not a 10.
I don't think it's a 10.
I would give it an 8.
An 8 out of 10?
An 8 out of 10. It's pretty, it's beautiful, it's beautifully written. The music is amazing. It was recorded impeccably. Mm-hmm. It's great. It's beautiful, wonderful. But it's not really fun to listen to a lot of the time. Some of the songs are. But
some of the songs are.
The whole album is not.
The ones
great.
that I like the most are the ones that are the most
which is
fun to
I mean,
listen
he didn't
to.
mean for it to be that kind of album either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's more of a writer, so it's more about what he's talking about, which is why we didn't really delve into the music side of everything.
Yeah, I mean, he put a 13-minute song just right at almost at the beginning of an album. He doesn't care.
That being said,
he's just gonna put out his art and be like, "This is my art.
deal
look at
with it. You just put it all. That's what I like about him too. Is he'll just like put it all out on the table, and it's just like here it is.
Here are my thoughts. Here are my feelings.
Do with this what you will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go post memes on Twitter now.
Yeah.
Bye.
That sounds like what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna see you guys later. Post memes on Twitter.
But yeah, so what's our fun rating scale for this one? What do you do? 9 or 8 burning planets out of 10?
8 A-bombs out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be a good one to do. I'm gonna try and keep it. Can you do A-bombs, Garrett? Can you do 8 A-bombs out of 10? You think? All right. Cool.
Shouts out to Garrett, our fantastic production manager and editor guy.
And friend.
And friendo.
And friendo. Great friendo.
But yeah, so
I'm trying to do less heavy requests on him, because last time I was like,
can you green screen in?
Yeah.
Like, just put the album back here.
And then can you make it so that we're on the moon also?
Same time.
Tight. Cool.
And make me an antelope.
All right. We need to outro this.
I gave it 7.5 mustaches out of 10.
Oh,
Tight.
man.
Tight.
Dude.
Well, now that we've got Garrett's rating, I think we can go ahead and safely wrap this up.
Yeah. What are we doing next week? What are we talking about next week?
Yes. Next week, we are going to be talking about The Search for Everything by John Mayer, recently released, and Quinn hasn't listened to it yet. I have listened to it several times because I love it. It's so good.
Get ready for me to just talk about the dead the whole time.
Yeah, and get ready for Quinn to probably hate on John Mayer a little bit. But it's fine.
We'll save that for later.
Yeah, listen to the album. Give us your thoughts on it. Please.
Please.
Give us comments. All right, that was probably way too loud. All right. This has been...
It's clipping, bitch.
Oh my God. This has been the Normal People Record Club podcast. I'm Victoria. That's Quinn. We love you guys. Papa bless. We appreciate you. We love you.
Papa John Misty bless.
Subscribe. Smash that like button. Follow us on our social medias. Thank you so much.
Oh, wait. Hold on. One more thing. I forgot. You got to follow the official Normal People Record Club podcast
Yes.
Twitter.
We have a Twitter now.
We have.
We're
I mean, we
legit.
had one before the first episode was.
But we didn't.
I didn't like have it made before we shot it.
Yeah.
So like.
We've got this. We have a Twitter now. Follow our Twitter for updates on the podcast.
But we'll also retweet them, so you can just follow us too. It doesn't really matter, but please follow that one so we can kind of know what's going on. You know,
It doesn't matter. You don't have to do anything, but like, please follow us.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, wrapping it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you. We appreciate you.
She does at least. Bye.
So mean. All right. Bye.